do want to just finish with going through the list, and Jade. Damaged and aggressive, is that how you described her?
No. I never said damaged. I said aggressive, obnoxious at times, and mannerless. Yeah, I'm not mincing my words, am I? But so when people said that I was being kind, I wasn't. I'm being honest. That's what I thought. But when I said she's not a racist, I meant that too. So yeah, she was juvenile.
So actually, what you said was it? What you said when you came out of the house was, I don't think that she meant to be a racist.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that you thought that she wasn't.
No, there's a big difference. You see, when you're racist, if I had to hold a grudge, it would have to be against someone who contrived to be racist. Oh, I don't like an Indian. Oh, I don't like that color, and I will not. I will be as mean as possible to that person because of the person's color, or for the reason that he hails from this place. Then I would have a reason to get upset. Jade didn't come from there. I think it stemmed from jealousy, maybe insecurity, but definitely wasn't contrived racism.
I want to go through some of the quotes. I know that you've been very upset by what you've heard since you came out of the Big Brother house, but I do think we need to address some of them, and so we can see for the first time how you feel about it. One of the quotes was from Jade. She says, "You need a day in the slums, go in your community and go to all those people who look up to you and be real, will you?" Was that racist?
Like I said, when Jade said things, she never ever thought before she spoke.
And was it racist?
No, not for me. See, I said the words to Cleo.
You did?
So at that point of time, I thought it was being racist. But then I'm someone who's extremely pragmatic, and I analyze things. And in hindsight, I want to believe that it wasn't. That's the reason I went into that diary room. And a lot of people thought, a lot of Asians were angered, especially in India. A lot of Indians were angered, thinking that I retracted my statement because Big Brother told me to. No, I didn't. Like I said before, and I'm reiterating, my integrity and my honor is really not up for sale, and I would never do that. And I'm not trying to take up for the Big Brother team, but nobody ever gave me an inkling of what was happening on the outside. Nobody ever forced me or told me to say things that I didn't want to say. They played the game very fairly with me, so I appreciate that. And the conversation between Big Brother and me, where I retracted my statement, began with Big Brother asking me if I was okay, and that they had heard that Jade was being racist towards me, and what I felt at that point. So that is when I heard the words, and I felt terrible that I'd made such a harsh statement, and that was being judgmental, and that's not me.
But Shilpa, when you say, I want to believe that she wasn't racist, yes, that doesn't mean that you don't think that she was. And you talk about lots of representing Indians, which is why you went into the house in the first place, and they are affronted by the fact that you have taken back the allegation that she was racist to start with.
I'm very proud to be an Indian, and I'm not offended when somebody calls me that. So that's the way I look at it. So it's just my perception. But a lot of Indians out there were offended, and I knew that they would be.
Of course, and you are representing them,
yes,
which is why
yes,
you went into the house. So
yes,
do you not feel that you are on a bound now not to retract those comments?
No.
They have to
I'm
live
responsible
here
for myself and for my actions, and it's my prerogative to say and feel whatever. Honestly, it's over and it's done with for me. And I truly feel they have had to face so much after they've come out that they've learned their lesson.
that may be, and it may be a reality television program, but it is on the television, and there are a lot of people watching it. And if people don't stand up for what they believe in afterwards and say, no, that's not acceptable, and that's what you're saying.
That's not exact. You know, I don't want to harp on the word racism because it is a very, very sensitive issue, and I think people all over the world have been very irked about it, and so much has happened. I mean, it's scary when I heard, you know, people burnt effigies of the Big Brother.
Executives in India.
Yeah, exactly, in India. So it's scary. There's nothing more important to me than life. Big Brother was just a part of my life, and I do appreciate. I'm humbled. I'm honored by the solidarity shown to me by Asians all over the world, by by the British audiences. I'm choked sometimes at the thought of it. And I'm extremely grateful, but I really want this to stop. And as things stand today, I think she genuinely regrets what she said, how she felt, the way she behaved, and I appreciate that.
But would you take her hand and would you walk around in India and say she wasn't racist?
Honestly, Kay, I don't mean to sound politically correct, but I did bury the hatchet the day she hugged me in the Big Brother house. I don't know where all these stories have come up that, you know, she was told about the trouble brewing outside and all of that. I'm not aware of that. I don't know what transpired in the diary room, but the effort that she made was enough for me to forgive her. It was very difficult. I think I did say in the diary room that, you know, an apology is in order, and if she does that, I'm willing to befriend her, and I did just that.
Would you welcome her in India? Would you take her to India and say she is not a racist, what she said has been, but would you take her to India and do that?
Who am I to do that?
But would you?
I would support her. I'm not going to sit at her press conference. It's for her to do, if that's what she wants to do. I'll support her. I mean, I've done that all along. I really have, and genuinely done that. So that's all. That's the way I feel. I mean, you know, it's not. I'm so sick and tired of talking about Jade that it just. I'm truly fatigued. Really.
You're very good at avoiding questions as well, Shilpa, I have to say. I mean, I'm basically asking you, the bottom line is, would you welcome her to India?
Of course I would.
Would you appear with her and say she wasn't a racist?
If she tells me to do that. Now, those are thoughts you all are putting into her head. I don't want to do any thinking for her. If she says something to me, I will act upon it as and when it happens, and as and when I think, you know, it deems fit.
Really. I think that was a yes, I'm not sure.
I'm being vague.
I know.
Because I don't know, these are all very hypothetical questions. I don't know what...
It's not really, because she's actually applied for a visa, but sadly she's ill enough to be in the
I don't want to do anything, Kay, that's going to be out for public display or PR. That's really not my style.
For Jade?
If I need to do it. Not for Jade, not for anybody, not even for myself. I don't do anything for just PR, really. I have tried my best to diffuse the situation here because it is truly sensitive, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And be it Jade, be it the Asians, be it Joe, Danielle, I think everybody suffered a lot, been through a lot of pain, and I really wanted to stop.
Okay. I'm sorry.